What is up, guys? Welcome back to AI on Crypto. Today we're going to make a video about Gala Music. If you follow this channel, you know that Gala is one of the biggest projects that we follow when it comes to metaverse, planar gaming, NFTs, cryptocurrency. It's big in all of those categories. And we know that Gala has recently tried to broaden its reach in the entertainment sector by launching Gala Music. Now, there's a lot of people into smart contracts and NFTs that have been saying 2022 is going to be the year of the music NFT. And there have been a few that have launched, most famously the Snoop Stash Box with Gala Games, but it's really yet to take off. And I think that's because infrastructure needs to be built before we can have a real explosion with NFTs and music. This thing that Gala Music is trying to do is not going to happen overnight. But I ran across an Ask Me Anything live stream with Gala Music, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and one of their young emerging artists. All right, guys? And this particular live stream really opened my eyes about what Gala is trying to do. It also opened my eyes to some of the hardships that artists have encountered in terms of, cutting the music they want to cut. If they're working for a record label or a traditional studio, they might have a song they really like, but that studio won't let it on the album. With these NFTs, the way that it can be monetized, if a studio doesn't want to roll with a song that an artist has made and really likes, well, he could just mint it as an NFT and put it into this infrastructure that Gala Music is building here. So if you don't know, Snoop Dogg has recently bought Death Row Records. He's calling it back on Death Row now. It's going to be big. He has a partnership with Gala Music, and now we're seeing that Ice Cube is getting in on the mix as well. And let me tell you something, guys. We've all seen Snoop Dogg. He's been around the sandbox. He was just doing something with the Cardano NFT project called Clay Nation. But this is the first time we've seen Ice Cube. And Ice Cube commands a lot of respect in the hip hop and music industry. Maybe even definitely as much as Snoop, but he's not out there in front of things as Snoop is lately. So Ice Cube's kind of gone more to the background, but his name carries a lot of weight. And it looks like he's getting in on these music NFTs as well. So what we're going to do on this video, guys, is we're going to watch this live stream. I'm going to cut it a little bit. I'll probably cut out some of the longer parts that I feel aren't as important for you guys and just give you the things that I think is real important. And occasionally I'll stop it to give you my opinion on what we just watched. All right, guys, so get ready. We're going to watch this awesome live stream with Gala Music, Snoop Dogg, and Ice Cube right now.
I feel like you should introduce the special guest, Snoop. Do you want to say who's coming on and why we've invited them?
Yes. First of all, I got one of my new artists coming on from Indiana, artist named October London, sensational vocalist, writer, producer, all of the above. And we're bringing him out so you guys can get a load of him today and get a chance to meet him and see what he's working on. And then I brought one of my OGs, the guys that I looked up to as a kid, one of the rappers who laid the foundation down, who happens to be in my group, in our group, Mount Westmore. I'm talking about the OG, the filmmaker, the writer, the producer, the director. Ice Cube is in the motherfucking house.
Yeah. Say hi, everyone.
Hey.
Okay, so this is going to be entertaining if I can manage this with all three of you without it going completely sideways, but we'll see how he goes. So I'm going to open with Snoop just because I asked our community to send in some questions, and my goodness, did they send some questions. So one of the questions, Snoop, will start, and then we can get into announcements, and then we can talk about Ice Cube, your view on the space, and then I've been trying to convince October for the last 5 minutes that he should definitely just sing a little bit. And I'm not sure if that's inappropriate, but I feel the world needs to hear it. So we're going to give it a go. Okay. So in terms of questions, Snoop, this is a very loaded question. Feel free to give it an honest answer. What do you expect from working with Gala Music? What do you think the revolution of these two sort of companies and people and brands are gonna, what kind of revolution do you think is gonna happen with us working together? I think basically, why on earth is Sarah on the phone call with you is essentially the question.
Well, Gala Games is about the future, and they're about moving forward, and they're about creative and letting artists have creative freedom and letting artists get engaged with the fan base that they created, and also engaging the artists and financially helping the fans engage in making some money and making a profit and being a part of the project and being a part of the art and the music and the visual. So this is one of these relationships that in the traditional world we've been waiting on for so long to be able to have the access to do some of the things that we can do at Gala and not be restricted and not have rules and regulations to affect us, but have ways to create our avenues to do the things we do. So Gala Games and Death Row Records came together about 4 or 5 months ago in a collaboration and just started moving a lot of my things over in that way and just started telling all my friends about it. And this is where we at now. We're at the place where I want all of my friends and all of my music homies to be a part of this experience because it's a great experience for me and I would love for them to all be a part of it. So that's what today is about, introducing some artists that you may have heard of or you may not have heard of, but they're coming into this world and they're bringing great music and it's all on this platform brought to you by Gala Games.
Nice. And you said about artists and plans.
All right, guys, so we're going to pause it right there. And I think this is why the Snoop Dogg partnership is indeed so important for Gala Music, because Snoop Dogg is a hard-working man. If you've noticed, he's everywhere. He has connections through and through the hip-hop music industry and the music industry in general. He is going to onboard artists. He is going to sell them on the idea of launching their music as NFTs on Gala Music. It's a very innovative system they're building. If you're new to Gala Music, you might not know, but they have something called a Gala Music node that you, as a person, can go out there and buy. The analogy I use for Gala Music nodes is they're kind of like a jukebox. If you own the Gala Music node, it's kind of like your digital blockchain jukebox. Then you got to get the songs. You got to buy people's songs as NFTs, and you can actually play them on your music node. And as the Gala Music ecosystem expands, as there becomes a lot of listeners, if the listener chooses to listen to that song that's in your node, you're going to get a portion of some Gala Music tokens that are distributed in that fashion. It's a work in progress. I don't understand it thoroughly, but that's the incredible thing they're building here, guys. And in the crypto world, we want everything now. We want it to happen tomorrow, baby. But this is going to be something that is going to require a little patience, and they got to build this thing out. But boy, oh boy, if they succeed, it is going to be massive, combining with their gaming have to really, really potentially shake up the entertainment industry. Let's go ahead and get this live stream going again, guys.
What are your plans currently for Death Row? Specifically, you just mentioned the word emerging there, for emerging artists and talent that maybe already exists in this space or talent that hasn't had an opportunity. What are you doing for that talent, and what kind of music genre are you looking for? Is it specific or is it generalist? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Death Row Records is the first major label to be an NFT label that's based off of being in Web3 and creating, content where people can actually own and trade. We dropped a mixtape last month and it did a great thing for us as far as communicating, getting us in the community, engaging with a lot of artists that had no foundation or no platform. And it also showed us that this community is in dire need of great music. And that's what we plan on doing. We plan on bringing great music, great artists. And the people out here that I associate with, we just been looking for a spot to get off our music and really see something out of it. And not so much financially, but see the fans really be able to engage with our music because we fan orientated. We are up close and personal with our people. We feel like we are the old school, meaning that we sign autographs, we take pictures. We are those types of artists. So if we can have a chance to give our fans the experience to have and hold and be a part of our music just as much as they can as far as being a part of us, then this is what we roll. And this is what Death Row is all about, trying to expand it and take it to new regions.
This is why everybody loves you. You know that, don't you? Okay, I'm going to come back to that because you said something about experience I want to dive into. But this is a really good opportunity to talk to Ice Cube, because when we were on the phone the other day, when I was talking about Web3 and all the possibilities and some of the strategies we had, you said something that I thought was really, really lovely around it's all about the fans and the experience and taking your time to get that right. Do you want to just talk to that a little bit, Cube? Because I know that really does matter to you, and as a producer and as a filmmaker as well, you really care about like strategies and perfection and detail. You know, you do take a slightly different approach.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, as a creator, this is a dream come true space because you know, you've seen a lot of great things from, you know, myself, you know, people like Snoop, a lot of great artists. But what's the thing that kind of keep us up at night is the stuff that you don't see, the projects that get hung up in, you know, development hell, or hung up with the gatekeepers of the industry. So to be able to go directly to the fans and to make a relationship directly with your fans is always the best way. And, you know, in this world, you know, fans who really get down with you can also win monetarily. So all these are things that, you know, I've thought about in the 90s and early 2000s. And for that time to be here, you know, I just can't wait to jump into space, but in the right way. That's the key. You know, you don't want to be one of these guys who exploit the space, exploit the people. I've always, you know, given people quality. You know, I think, you know, I don't want to try to sell somebody something I wouldn't buy. So that's been my philosophy. And, you know, it's gotten me to this point. So to
I'm going to pause that real quick, guys, because I think what Ice Cube said is something that's really important. Because for what Gala Music is trying to build to take off, two people, or I should say two groups, have to buy into it. Number one, the listeners. Number two, the artists, in no particular order. They're both required. You can't have the artists without the listeners. You can't have the listeners with not a variety of artists. So the music labels, what can Gala Music do for the artists today that the music labels are currently not doing? Well, when somebody's working for a label, that label has a lot of control. If the artist might love a track, but that track might not see the airways for years. With Gala Music, the artist can mint it. It can get sold to the community. A community music node operator can begin playing it on the node. Bada bing, bada bang. Everybody starts making money. The artist starts making money, as well as the fan that bought that track to play it on their Gala Music node. This stuff is a little bit difficult to understand, guys, because it's innovative, groundbreaking stuff. But it's coming together in my mind the more I see, and I'm starting to think that Gala Music is going to be huge. Let's get back to the stream.
Now be able to cut out the middlemen, like I said, the gatekeepers who keep a lot of great projects from happening here in this space. You know, they can happen if the fans want them. And I believe the fans do. You know, who don't want more Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg? You know what I mean? So
I don't know. I wouldn't talk to them if they didn't, to be honest.
So it's just it's just a great time to be an artist and be creative, and it's a great time to be a fan or an investor, however you look at your interaction with the artist. This is a great time. You know, you got a lot of major distributors crying right now because they see the future, that they're going to be cut out the game. And, you know, in some ways you know, they do good work, but they don't always let the good work happen. And now all the good work can happen.
That's amazing, Ice Cube. Thank you. And you were oh, okay. Snoop's sending me hints. Ask Cube about movie. Okay. Cube, tell me about the
Yes.
movie.
You know, we talking about, you know, putting a movie together with the guys at Mount Westmore. You know, we trying to figure out the right you know, the right subject matter. And this is something that'd be cool to bring through the community and not have to take to a dumb studio who's gonna give us dumb notes and who don't know how to make a cool movie at this level. So we got a lot of big plans. You know, we just want the people to ride with us. If y'all ride with us, we there.
Sounds good. And Snoop, here's a loaded question for you. So talking about, I can't do the accent. So riding with us doesn't sound great in British, does it? Like working together and collaborating. How are you seeing that with you guys and Gala Music going forward in terms of how do you view that partnership? And then the second part of that is, how do you view partnerships with people that you've known and worked with for years and years? People like Dre and The Chronic and some of the other stuff that's connected to Death Row. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say that Gala Music would be the exclusive place that Death Row lives in the metaverse. So you could put that out. Snoop Dogg said that. So if you ain't on Gala, you better hurry up and get in. And what we plan on doing is giving people access to buying and trading some of these classic songs, classic records that, you know, was the foundation of Death Row. And along the lines, get some of these new records that, you know, Mount Westmore got, these new records that October London got, that Jane Hancock got. So we just trying to flood the game with great music and not have no parameters, because in the traditional world, you can only drop on Tuesdays or Fridays. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. Over here, we may want to drop a record on Sunday night. We may want to drop on Wednesday morning, and we can do what we want, do as we please. And we get the engagement of the people that's letting us know what they want. And I just want to say, like, I would love to see, like,
See, there's going to be a lot more in the future about community building
Friday and shit like that.
when it comes to music
give
and
this
artists.
community some great Cube vision.
I'm down
give
for
them
that.
Some great, you know, things that they can live with, that they feel like that's theirs, because they made us who we are. The fans made us who we are. Not these labels or these distributors or these companies, but the people who bought our shit and held us down for so long. So we feel like we owe them that. And if they want to get it, we want to give it to them.
When you say you owe them that, there was something you were chatting about the other day around that bounce track. Do you want to talk about that a little minute, about what you were actually giving with the bounce track?
Yeah, so Snoop Bounce was a song I had on my Dogfather album that DJ Pooh produced. And when we made that album, we didn't really see a lot of finances. So what I did was I took that record, gave it to Gala. We sold 500 copies for $500. It sold out. And now that record is a part of another piece that we plan on putting together. We're going to sell some more records off of the Dogfather. And there's going to be, you know, some utilities that come along with it that's going to give you guys some special access and things that you'll be able to do, you know, around the Death Row catalog. So we appreciate the love that you guys gave us on buying that, because that was just to see, you know, if the people wanted action at some of this Death Row music, and it's proven that they do want it, and we're here to give it to them.
Introduce the world to October.
Well, I just want to say that we just thankful for a platform like this where we can do classic shit. We could do shit with my group. We could do shit with new artists. We can just do as we please, and it's quality. Like Cube said, it's quality. We're not just throwing shit out. We putting together great shit that traditionally would cost a whole lot of money, but we serving it to you guys at a low, because we feel like this is something that we want to do for y'all. And with that being said, I will be putting a lot of them classic albums and classic songs on the market from these classic Death Row albums. I ain't gonna give you too much. I'm just gonna give you that, and y'all can just figure out what I'm trying to get to. But in the meantime, I'd like to get to these people that's on the phone, so you could, you know, get a chance to meet October London. And if there's any more that Cube want to speak on about Mount Westmore and what we got coming, because we just shot a dope ass video. I don't know, the director name is Cam. Is that his name, Cube? That shit is dope as fuck on some. I don't even want to check out what it is, but it's a movie. This nigga shot a movie.
It is definitely a movie from what I've heard as well. Okay, one thing that people want to know, when they collected all the tracks from the stash box, they were promised like this, and I think it was actually specifically a barbecue that was mentioned at some point. Are you going to do barbecues all over the world? Are they just at your compound? Like, what's happening with the barbecue situation? People need to know.
We're gonna do the barbecue at the compound. My boy Warren G gonna come cook, sniffing Griffins. He gonna lay down.
Hang on, wait. Did you just say, who did you say was going to come and cook?
Warren G. Everything
Of
is
course he is.
regulators gonna cook. Snoop Dogg gonna have a nice private smoke session for y'all, and y'all gonna enjoy yourselves. You understand me? We're gonna mix and mingle. Get it together. Don't beat me there. Meet me there.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to Cube in a minute, but we've only got a few minutes left, and we do need to hear from October London. So do you just want to introduce yourself, say how you know these two marvelous gentlemen, and why on earth you're talking to us today? What's going on? Oh, you're on mute.
Oh,
sorry about that. Yeah. First off, I just want to say, thank you to Gala and thank you to Snoop for, giving me a voice on this platform. That means a lot to me. I've known Snoop since 2016. I'm a singer-songwriter, producer of pretty much all genres. Snoop will tell you that. Have fun doing it too. Been knowing him since, like I said, 2016. I just met Cube actually for the first time. I think maybe it was a couple years ago. We haven't been in the same room too many times, but huge fan of him as well. And it's an honor to even be in this room with you guys. So
Cube, this the nigga that sound like Marvin Gaye on that record that we shot. That we.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean man, so smooth.
man.
You gotta do some you gotta hit me up with some production, man. I still rap a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg can't just keep you to himself, man. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna send you his records,
baby.
I'm gonna send you his record, Cube. I'm gonna let you hear his record. Yeah. That nigga shit is grown, nigga. You and Kim gonna love this. This some wifey, you know what I'm saying? Me, like, I'm talking about late night shit.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Hang on a minute. You cannot say all of that. And then October, you're just sitting there. Can we have like just a little something?
A little song. I've been, I ain't gonna give no excuses. You go ahead and load the gun and shoot the messenger, baby. I might be the only one to speak my mind. Cause it's your ignorance and the lies and the time you spend hating on one another. You so ignorant that builds a weakened fence, stopping lines, waiting on the chance to love someone that don't see color. So yeah, I've been in the studio for I've been in the studio for 3 days. Since the last time I talked to you, I've knocked out.
Cube, this nigga out the 70s, cuz. This nigga's out the 70s.
Wow.
I hear that's saucy, man. That's sticky right there, baby.
You heard it first. Me and Cube gonna make a record.
That's spitting game right there. You got game when you got a voice like that.
Thanks, thank you.
Straight he does. So what maybe are you doing tomorrow, October London, to share that voice? Do you want to share what's going on tomorrow?
Yeah, we are dropping probably one of the biggest drops of my career thus far. Snoop Dogg presents October London, The Rebirth of Marvin. It's coming out tomorrow on Gala exclusively.
It is
pretty cool, guys.
Gala exclusively tomorrow, and we're doing something a little bit different. You guys will get to see that. So we've put it into I guess like chapters of a story, because that's what Snoop and October have worked on in terms of a beautiful narrative. So you get to own the part of the story that you want and that resonates with you, or the whole story. And I think, Snoop, because we've decided to hang out a bit more together, there's a little celebratory drop happening at the end of this AMA, actually. Do you want to talk about that? Didn't you do a track for Gala?
Yeah, I did a theme song for Gala Games because, Gala's been good to me, and it's a double G thing, 2 G's. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like I wanted to do something special for the listeners and the viewers and the audience inside of the Gala community. So I put a song together for y'all. It's a theme song, and it's y'all's. It don't cost nothing. It's y'all's. Y'all can have it. It's on me.
Oh, well, it is going to cost something, so they're going to be very disappointed. But
No, I'm saying Gala, I didn't charge y'all.
if it's going to go on listen and earn, then they're going to have to pay something for it. I think we're only going to do
Listen and earn.
We're going to do.
You guys hear that? Listen and
310
earn.
The 31st of March, and you guys in the States do your dates the other way around or something. So
I
that's
love
what
the
we're
way
going
you
to do.
think, Sarah. I love your thinking. Your thinking is so outside the box. I love it.
I don't want a
then
box. Like
she
you
thought I
don't
was
have.
driving. She thought I
I
was
did, because you're on
driving.
the right side.
Yeah, because I'm on
He
the
did
right
this,
side.
and I
I'm
completely
riding.
freaked
I'm
out.
like, man, I
Hey,
ain't
hey,
driving
Q,
nowhere.
she from another country, cuz, with a
I
steering wheel on
know.
the other side, cuz.
You keep
He was
saying that,
really
man. I know where
mean.
the UK is.
All right, guys. Now I have 10 tons of questions from the community, but I promise, guys, in gold, and I'm just going to name check some of you because you've been hanging out, and every time Snoop does anything, you comment, you support. So like Donnie and Osprey and Gala Gang and Tofu and Master Builders and Kirk Booth and MBXI and Rashish and all of you guys, we see you and we appreciate you, and we know that all of this is about community and fans. So all of these questions, unfortunately for Snoop and now October London and now also Ice Cube, because we get to talk to them a lot, we will ask these questions and get their answers even if we haven't got to it today. I just wanted to let the guys sort of riff and chat amongst themselves and hear October's voice.
That was too quick, man. You know what I mean? I got to come back, man. Y'all got to, hey, Snoop.
You're not going anywhere now. Like, we got you.
Down on the hood.
You got the key, cuz. You come back whenever
Snoop.
you want, Cube. Anytime you want, Cube, you got the key, cuz. I'm going to leave the key at the front door for you.
Yeah, man. We homies, man.
All right,
you know what I mean? So we all fans. That's how we do it. You know how we do it.
Hello. You know how we do it.
I have no idea how you do it, but I'm picking up. Else you want to say? I can relax now. I know.
Man, that people can be a part of. All about, you know, being able to.
And is there anything else you want to say? I can relax now. I know Cube's not actually driving a car, so that's good. Cube, any last thoughts that you want to share?
Hey, just thanks for the invite. Thanks for inviting me in. You know, I can't wait to do cool things with this community. And, you know, that's what it's all about, you know, being able to create cool stuff that people can be a part of. And that's what I've been about my whole career. And to be able to do it at this level, you know, turn me loose. I'm ready.
October, any last words from you? Not any last words. That sounds like I'm threatening you. I'm not. I'm just saying.
Any last words? Yeah. No, I just want to say thank you to all the fans and all the people on Gala. You know, I can't wait to drop more things after this. So thank you.
And Snoop, you always get the final word. Any other thoughts from the wonderful Snoop Dogg before we let you go?
Yep, be on the lookout for Mount Westmore. We got a whole album coming for y'all. We got some great visuals. We got a comic book that's specifically for the Gala Game community that could possibly turn into an animated series. So stay on the lookout for that. There's also an Ice Cube song in that stash box that he gave us because Cube was a part of the community. He wanted to make sure there was some in that stash box. So for all the stash box holders, I'm pretty sure you're excited about that record as well. And October's album comes out tomorrow. Make sure y'all go get that, upload it, download it, spin it, win it, do what you got to do. And just because we was on here this long, I might sell nothing but a G thing next month. I just might sell nothing but a G thing next month.
That's too many leaks. Snoop, shh.
I just might. Just because it ain't nothing but a G thing.
And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. The reason why I basically shared this entire stream with you all, because it was a very important stream for me. And that's really what I try to do on this channel. I try to do a bunch of research and a bunch of digging into projects, and then I bring it here so that you guys can have a one-stop shop. And this opened my eyes. There were a lot of light bulb moments I got from this AMA, and it made me feel a lot more comfortable about buying a Gala Music Note and beginning to buy some of these songs that I think could have some desirability. Because we just heard a term on this stream, and that was listen to earn. Guys, this is going to be really, really cool. What's going to really be a game changer is if there's some exclusivity. In other words, things that are only on Gala Music and the radio stations are not playing, or they have to actually play it through having a Gala Music node of their own, because I think that could be a possibility. All in all, though, guys, this is some very, very cool stuff. I'm bullish on Gala Music. I'm bullish on Gala Games. I'm really bullish on this Gala Entertainment takeover. I think right now is a tremendous time for people to get into Gala Games. Do your own research, not financial advice. But, you know, this is not going to happen overnight. I think that's really important to note. Obviously, it's not guaranteed to succeed at all, but it's going to take some time. You know, they got to build a community. They got to build a portfolio of artists. And I think they're starting with the right people. Having Snoop Dogg is one thing. That's amazing. But adding Ice Cube, to me, is a difference maker. And there were some things said in this AMA that I found really interesting. And I think that Gala Music is definitely onto something here, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd love to hear y'all's opinions. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe to the channel, tap that bell, hit that like button. It helps the channel grow, and we'll catch you on the next one.